What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Nights of Horror Fact or Fiction with guest appearance from Manny from the Omni Adventures. He's back.
Yo, yo, yo.
You saw his podcast a few weeks ago and repping it out, man. Repping the 2-1.
The 2-1?
I don't know.
The 2-1.
Repping the 5-6-2.
2-3-19. 2-3-19 gang, bro.
Today we're going to look at some... Today's theme is going to be wrapped around cemeteries. So today we're going to look at ghosts that are in cemeteries. First of all, you are a very hard person to get to believe into the paranormal.
Yes, I grew up in science. Actually, that's a lie. I grew up in the church.
Scientologist
and then once
now.
I decided to learn about the world, I dived super deep into science. And from then on, I've never been overtly religious. I'm not super spiritual. I don't believe in astronomy or anything like that. Just because I don't have any physical evidence, and I've never had that definitive moment that made me think, damn it, ghosts are real, like so many people have.
I'm assuming you haven't watched enough episodes of Ghost Adventures to be convinced.
I've watched more than enough episodes, I guarantee you. I even went to their museum twice, the one owned by Zach Baggins. I repped this very sweater when I was communicating with the spirit of Bela Lugosi. And,
he's got something from Bela Lugosi's there, or what?
Oh yeah, his scrying mirror. So apparently Bela Lugosi was into cult rituals, and scrying is something he did to put his soul into a mirror. And they have it there along with his top hat.
Freaking Dracula himself. Who would have thought?
A legend.
Obviously, for those watching, know how this works. We're gonna show Manny here 5 videos of the paranormal. He has not seen these. You can confirm that you've not. You're going in blind.
I am. Yes.
Not seen these. I know.
Marlene without her glasses.
I've pre-selected the videos myself, so I know which are fact and which are fiction, and going into this blind, and then at the end of the game or the show, we will determine, and throughout the show I'll ask you if they're fact or fiction, and then we'll get your answers. And at the end, we'll tell you what the answers really were. So, are you ready to play Nights of Horror Fact or Fiction?
I'm ready, bro. Where's that $1 million?
I didn't promise a cash prize. I don't know where that came from, but
I want you to reread that email you sent.
Joke's on you, bro. I don't send emails. I send Instagram DMs.
That's right.
So obviously, the video that I will be showing you is a top 5 video from our boy over at Viral Dark 7, who I've never met, but he puts great top 5s together. Short, simple, and it's great. So this first video is entitled "Ghost Little Boy Caught on Video in the Cemetery from Savannah, Georgia."
Georgia.
So yeah, obviously, it's pretty self-explanatory what this is about. So I'm gonna show you the video, and afterwards we'll get your initial reactions.
Let's do it.
A child running after a shadowy woman.
Couldn't even see her face, so I just focused on this kid.
He says the figure suddenly jumped onto a tree. Moments later, it dropped and disappeared.
Hold on.
Manny, first video, the boy walking through the cemetery. What do you make of that, man?
Just on what I saw, it's so hard for me to believe anything about that. I personally never know of anyone who films in FLIR or anything, typically, unless you're specifically looking for the spiritual or ghosts and whatnot.
Right.
And the fact that the film or the footage was black and white, and it had the tags and everything.
I think it was actually it was regular color. It just was a very low quality camera.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Man, it's always like that though.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, it seems like a run-of-the-mill shaky cam. Oh my god, And I know if I saw something like that, I might be a little scared, but the phone I have in my pocket, I just pop it out and it does the trick for me. I don't know. I'm just not feeling this one at all.
Going fiction then?
Fiction for sure.
Fiction it is, man. All right. On to video number 2, man. So video number 2 is we got this ghost girl walking around in a cemetery in Colombia. Beautiful Colombia, man. We know Colombia. That's the spot right there, man. So this girl is just kind of filming in the cemetery, visiting by herself, and then she notices something that catches her eye, and when she goes over to investigate, it gets pretty creepy, man. So this is the ghost girl in the cemetery of Colombia. Manny,
Yeah.
I mean, come on. What do you make of that one, dude? The girl looked like she was walking out of the damn freaking tombstones into a tree and then disappears. Like,
yeah, that there's no way. That one is bad. I would much rather believe the first one than this one.
he's a hard fucking critic to get on this, man.
if I was picking between the two I've seen so far, the first one like tenfold better. So out of these two, the first one would have been the fact. This one was just I don't know. I have no faith in that video whatsoever. It didn't seem organic.
So you're going fiction, huh?
Fiction. It seems way too forced for me.
You're 2 for 2 for fiction right now. It's nuts that you refuse to believe.
I want to believe, man. I want something that I've had situations that I just can't explain. But that's not enough for me personally to be like, oh, there must be some other entity. I've always thought of myself to be semi-lucky. I mean, I got you as a friend after all. But just in general, you know, there's never been something where I was like, wow, that must have been divine intervention. But
All right.
I'm open to it.
Video 2, you're going fiction. All right, on to the next video. Video number 3. This is entitled Ghost Little Boy Caught on Video in the Cemetery in Mexico.
I love these titles, man.
Obviously, we know with Mexico and stuff, there's always a lot of creepy things that they catch on camera, whether it be UFOs, ghosts, creatures, you name it, they've probably caught it on film. So this is just to add a list of all the creepiness that you can probably find if you look in the right places of Mexico. So Ghost Little Boy Caught on Video in the Cemetery. Let's check it out.
¿Quién eres? Niño. ¿Qué diablos hace aquí un niño? ¿Quién eres, niño? ¿Qué pedo? Niño. Manches. No mames. Padre nuestro que estás en el cielo, santificado sea tu nombre. Ay, güey.
Manny, video number 3, man. Inside of a cemetery. It was really nothing there, and then all of a sudden something rises up. What do you make of that?
That little boy, you know, I'll give you this one. If I had to pick one so far that I don't think anything was messed with, I would say this one's real.
Real, huh?
Sure. Yeah, it's the only one where I felt like there was some sort of realistic action, I guess, because if I just saw a little kid scared in the cemetery, my initial reaction would probably be like, oh my God, are you okay?
Right.
But if I saw a little boy, little demon boy, I'd be like, nope, get the hell out of there.
Turning around.
Exactly.
So there is some belief in Manny then. There is some belief maybe.
I'm like 80%, 20%.
Hey, that's a big chunk though. I'll take the 80%.
Yeah.
Video number 4. This one is another one in Mexico. A ghost girl from a cemetery in Mexico late at night. Quality's not that good, but when I watched this, I got a little feeling of a certain urban legend of this one. But you'll have to take a look for yourself. So this one is Ghost Girl from a Cemetery in Mexico.
No sé si es cosa mía. No me estoy viendo, güey. No seas idiota. ¿Qué es esto, güey? No, no está nada lógico una niña llorando en un cementerio a las 12 de la noche. Bueno, más. A la 1:30. Me a escuchar a alguien ahí. No seas... Amiga, ¿cómo te llamas? Amiga. Niña. Ay, no seas imbécil. Ya me digo la...
All right, Manny. I mean, obviously, the urban legend I was comparing this to was La Llorona, with the crying and everything. But how do you even explain that, man? This guy looks like for one, if you actually hear his voice in the video, he sounds terrified. He's walking around the cemetery late at night, and then he sees this girl, and when she does that final reveal of her, and you just see her eyes glowing, it's terrifying, dude. So what do you make of this one?
This video I actually don't think is fabricated. I think it's actually just what they witnessed, what they saw. As far as the La Llorona one, I wouldn't compare it to that just because the fact that she was crying for her mother instead of the mother crying for her children.
Right.
So, I mean, it also goes with them, the fact that they're not trying to recreate anything or emulate something we would already associate.
Right.
They just have a scary situation presented. I thought the conversation was actually pretty fluid and natural, realistic to what you'd expect if you just heard something creepy.
So
it doesn't matter.
I mean,
Like,
you speak a little Spanish, don't you, or no?
I do.
So you understand. So you were kind of reading and seeing. Because I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know. I don't know exactly know what he was saying.
They were actually expressing a lot of informal speech, which is beneficial to them.
Right.
Because if they were like, "Oh my God, I am so scared right now," people when they try to act, they always try way too hard and give themselves away like that.
Right.
These guys seem pretty natural, so I'll give this one to them. And
Fact it is then, huh? I think that's where we're messing up is we're not going to the right haunted sites. We need to travel to Mexico if we want to see all the good stuff.
Oh my God, man. I'm telling you, I've wanted to know like the actual definitive answer if the paranormal is real. So I've watched every single show. But my favorite moment that takes place in Mexico out of any of them is a show called Destination Truth.
Right.
They went to the Island of the Dolls. And on camera, he says, "I'm going to shit my pants if this doll opens its eye." And then proceeds to open its eye with a zoom on. That's one of those situations I'm like, there's no way I can explain that.
But the real answer to that was, did he actually shit his pants?
I don't know. I've always wanted to ask Josh Gates that. It's one of the very...
The first time you ever meet him, it's going to be like, did you shit your pants?
I'm a huge fan. Hey, you shit your pants,
Your pants though, right? All right, this last one is this one went a little bit more viral in the ghost cemetery kind of community area. So this one just shows this girl, and these two guys are reacting to this girl that's crossed a way that is kind of just acting a little crazy, per se. So I want to hear your thoughts on this one. So here we go. This is the final video for Nights of Horror Fact or Fiction.
Shoot that bitch. Shoot that bitch. Nigga, this bitch is crazy. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, what the fuck? Yo, I see. Yo, where the blunt at? Pass the blunt. Pass the fucking blunt. I cannot. Nah. She was blowing it. Did you see how she tripped over that tombstone? She landed on a tombstone. On it, on her head. And she planned this. Yo! There's no way in fuck she planned this, Boogie. Yo! She ain't answering nobody. She ain't look at us. Yo, girl in all white! Yo, girl in all white. You scaring me! You really scaring me! You scaring the shit out of me! Yo! You scaring the shit out of me! Go home! Go home! Yo, Boogie, she gonna come back?
All right, Manny, our last video. Thoughts?
Fiction. Plain and simple. So when I'm analyzing this video, realistically, what I'm looking at is the specter, the ghost. That's a woman, man. It's so easy to just go to a cemetery, especially in broad daylight, put on a white dress, and then be like, hey, go film me from the top.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I think happened with this one. And I mean, honestly, it doesn't seem like they're even trying that hard.
I think what my thoughts on this one too is you know, it it could be real, but I don't think it's a ghost real. I think it's probably a crazy lady that's just strolling around the fucking cemetery, and these
I think
guys happen to
they
see it.
either like caught a crazy lady candid or they planned this.
Yeah,
And it's very common for people to plan it because they like to catch the hype, the clout, the whatnot.
but I
Which is
don't think it's a ghost.
no. This is a big reason why I have so many doubts is because everyone wants to just jump in on this. I mean, the whole modern concept of paranormal came from I think they were like the Fox sisters,
Right.
magicians essentially, and then it just took off from there. But no, I have no faith in that one whatsoever. And the one cliche that of course, these clips follow is a lot of these videos are just snippets. Like they start in the middle of the action and they end in the middle of the action.
Right.
I want to know the story, the full story, you know?
Start, the beginning, middle, end. Yes.
Mhm.
All right. Let's take a look back at some of these videos that we reviewed today. The first one being the ghost boy caught in the cemetery. You said fiction. However, this one was indeed fact. This news station actually interviewed the guy, and he could not explain it. And he said he was visiting his one of his dead relatives and just kind of saw people walking around over there, normal people. But then when he caught that on camera, just didn't know what that was. He was just filming the day, and yeah, man. So that one is indeed fact.
I like to think of he's like, wow, these are beautiful people. I don't ever want to forget that.
I think he was just filming the scenery, but I don't know. So you're 0 for 1 right now. 0 for 1. Video number 2 was let me get back to it. The cemetery black figure that you deemed fiction, which is indeed true. That is fiction. Pretty much looked into that. I mean, it's basic editing and stuff. So yeah, fiction it is for video number 2 of the black figure, man. Good call on that one.
I just calls what I sees, my man.
Video number 3, the ghost boy inside the cemetery halls, man. This was a creepy one at the very end of the hallway. This kid's just kind of standing by himself. It's creepy the minute the guy walks in and sees this. You said fact. This was indeed fact. There's just really no way to explain this one, and the guy's reaction sounds pretty genuine when he gets scared, compared to like how you said a lot of people try to go over the top when they act, but this guy's legit sounded terrified if you listen to the audio, and he just kind of rushed to get out of there. So yes, number 3 is a fact. And of course, number 4, the cemetery ghost that we talked about in Mexico, another one where this guy had a genuine reaction to everything he saw, and much like you said, he wasn't really acting it out or anything. You said fact. This is indeed a fact. I cannot, everything that I've researched on this, I just cannot explain this. It's 3 out of 4 so far. But everything I've just read about this video, there's nothing really, you can't really explain this. Like from the weird crying sounds that the ghost makes to like when she looks at him with these glowing eyes, like it's nuts, man. So yeah, that's a creepy one. And then our final one, of course, of this ghost girl walking around the cemetery, these dudes reacting from the top floor. This one you deemed fiction. This is indeed fiction. I think this was I don't know if it was a publicity stunt, but when I read up about it, a lot of the guys said that this girl, she didn't really look like a ghost, but she just looked like some crazy lady that was either cracked out or just crazy. So
I live in Hollywood, bro. I see all the crackheads.
So my friend, I think you've gotten the highest score on Nights of Horror Fact or Fiction. You got a 4 out of 5, man. That's a congratulations right there.
I'll take that 80%. It's way better than
80% passing. You got a B right there. So it's all good. But yeah, congratulations for playing Nights of Horror Fact or Fiction, and thank you for coming on the show. I knew this was going to be a fun but challenging one because it's really hard to make you believe in anything. So
yeah. Well, I mean, also the fact of, or just trying to label anything as fact or fiction, I can't necessarily say that fact that's a ghost because no one really knows, you know.
Right.
But it's I just took it as, do I think this video has been tainted or fabricated in any way? So
Right. But that is going to do it for today's episode, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed. Go check out the Omni Adventures YouTube channel right now. Links in the description below. And also check them out on Instagram, OADV_media. Check them out. Give them a follow. Tell them Knights of Horror sent you there. With that being said, I'm your host, Anthony. We are on social media at Knights of Horror on Twitter and at the Knights of Horror on Instagram. And obviously, if you guys are watching our channel for the first time, hit that subscribe button with that bell notification, be aware every time I put up a new video. Like this video, leave some comments. Merch store is currently down right now. We are looking for a new distributor for merch because Teespring got into a lot of controversy, which we didn't want to be involved with anymore. So we are looking for a new t-shirt store, merchandise store for you guys, something that is safer and a lot more appropriate for everyone. So stay tuned for that. But other than that, we love you guys. Stay safe, wash your hands, wear your mask, social distance, and we will see you guys next time.